Okay, it is time for us to work on our calendar time. So instead of doing the whole layout for us, just because it's a little easier for me to navigate things, I'm not going to take it out of my PowerPoint. I'm not going to show it full screen, but I'm going to kind of go step by step. So the last time we were here together, and I'm even going to see if I can make me a little smaller so we can see the whole thing. The last time we were here as a group was last Monday. And so I've added in some pieces. So let's first start off by counting to where we're at. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Next would be starting into those main teen numbers, 13. Oh, let's move you again, 13. So today is Monday, April 13th. There we go. That works a little bit easier for me. April 13th. And over in my message, I said, good morning, friends. Today is Monday, April 13th, 2020. Love, Miss Syway. If we're continuing along, just like we had in our old calendar, we're going to write in our days. So if you're reading the whole way through, it starts with yesterday. So let's do this part together. Ready? Yesterday was Sunday, April. What would yesterday have been? If today is the 13th, yesterday was, or the day before was 12. Sunday, April 12th, 2020. That means that today is Monday, April 13th. We're counting on 2020, and that means that tomorrow will be Tuesday, April 14th. All we're doing is counting on from any given number. Okay, we're moving right along. I'm not going to do the days or the week or the months of the year for this one. The season is, last week we worked on this, the season is spring. Today's weather is, now I looked it up so we can see it. It is supposed to rain today. It's not going to be very warm. As you can see, the people on our screen, they are wearing their coats because it's supposed to be cold today, rainy and cold. So let's go back to it. Today's weather is rainy and the temperature is cold. It is not very nice today. If it changes, awesome, because remember, sometimes the weather changes. Sometimes what we think it's going to be doesn't actually happen, or sometimes we think it's supposed to be a really nice day and then we get rain or we get snow. These things happen with weather. It's just the way that our earth goes. We're going to keep on moving right along. That means that we have to add another tally mark to the rainy graph. Now, have we taken information every day this week? No. We're only doing this about once a week. So our information isn't going to have as much as if we were doing this every single day. We've talked about tally marks together, and we're continuing to work on the types of weather as a whole class. So I don't think we have to look at that. If we're talking about our days, let's add in a text box to write in the number 13 because that's the number we're working with, because that is today's date. So that's what I'm going to build in my 10 frame. Now, I know that that numbers in the teens have a group of 10. So that means that I have to put a group of 10 in my 10 frames. So I'm going to have one full group of 10. That means I'm just going to put some orange circles to fill a 10 frame. Last week when I did this, I only did a group of 5 in orange, and then I switched to blue. But because this is a whole 10 frame we're filling, I'm going to keep it all the same color. So I have a group of 10. In my teen numbers, If I know that there's a group of 10, I have to know how many more makes 13. So 10 plus what? 10 plus what? 10 and 3 make 13. It's one of those numbers that we should just know in our brains. 10 and 3 make 13. If we wanted to, I could even turn this into, not the equal sign yet, 10 plus 3 equals 13. That helps me with my team numbers, being able to decompose them into an addition fact. All right, I added these already in. The last time we were here doing calendar, we were on day 142, but because we've been working through the week, we had to add some more numbers. So now we were on day 146 on Friday. So today is day 147. So I'm going to add one more square. The question for you is how many more days till a bundle? This is a tricky question because if you're counting how many spaces we have left, that is not correct. I see a group of 7 here. How many more days until we get to 10? That's the question. 7 plus what equals 10? We have a missing add end there. I'm not going to press the counting to 100. I hope that at home you're working with moms and dads to count to 100 if you have not been able to yet. In our classroom, we would be counting to 100 every day. So if you want to just show mom and dad that you know how to count to 100, that would be awesome. If you aren't there yet, ask mom and dad to count with you to keep working on those skills. All right, we're moving into geometry. Last week, we had a super easy one. We used 2 squares to make a rectangle. It was 2 squares right next to each other. 2 squares make a rectangle. Today, we're also going to do an easy one. We're going to see what shapes make a rhombus. It's 2 of the same shape to build a new shape. If this is a rhombus, the question is, how many of another shape do I need to make this? Take a second and I want you to look at it. I'm even going to see if I can come in a little closer. There we go. This is the one that we want to make. Do you see a shape within a rhombus? That's the question. What if I drew a line to help? If I see a line here and I see a line here, it's hard to tell. And now I'm going to cross in the middle. What shape did I make? And now watch what I can do. I'm going to pull back just a little bit. What if I want to add in this little guy if I can. Ooh, doesn't work as well as I wanted it to. Ooh, I have an idea. Why didn't I think about that before, guys? Let me move you over. I'm going to group me. What if I turned it over? What shape did I use to make a rhombus? Let's look over here. These are my options. What can I use to make a rhombus? Does that work? Did I make a rhombus? What do I have to do to make it a rhombus? If I said there were 2 triangles, I showed it over here, what did I have to do to one of the triangles? Do we remember what that word is? It's been a long time since we've had to use it. We need to rotate. We need to rotate it. Oop, not far enough. Too far. Now we line it up and we have a rhombus. So you sometimes have to rotate shapes to build another shape. If you're at home, take a second to look around your house for some of the shapes that you see. Do you see other shapes in that? That's one of those math skills that we're working on. All right, we're almost done today. The last thing we're going to do is we are going to do one math problem together. I'm going to insert text box, and I am going to say, I ate 3 eggs for breakfast yesterday, because I did. My sister, because we got to see each other in a video call yesterday, my sister ate 4 eggs. How many eggs did we eat all together? When we're working on word problems, the first question is, what are the 2 numbers that we see? The first number that I saw is 3. So the first thing I want to do is I want to write, oops, wrong one. I want to write the number 3. Very small 3, my goodness. There we go. That's better. The next number that I see is a 4. So I'm going to change this to say 4. 3 plus 4. They want to know how many altogether. So am I adding or am I subtracting? Am I getting bigger or am I getting smaller? Those are the questions I need to ask myself when I'm doing addition and subtraction problems. I need to add because my sister ate some, I ate some. We want to know how many were eaten all together. And my answer would be 7. I ate 7 altogether. Now, in my head, this was one of those facts that I just needed to know. But could I have used a strategy? I certainly could have. I could have used a number line. I could have drawn a picture. I could have counted on. I could have used my fingers. Those are all strategies I can use. Now, just like here, I could take all of my numbers and I could now turn it into a turnaround fact. So if I take this number, instead of putting it there, I would make this a turnaround fact. So now I have 4 plus 3. It still equals 7 though. Here we go. It still equals 7. Oop, I didn't want that other 4. Come back. You just don't want to do that one. That's okay. And my last one would be a 7. Now, I could change this whole thing and say that I started with 7 and my sister ate 4. How many did I get? I could do this whole problem different and make it opposite, and then I could add them in as subtraction facts. But some days we just don't have time for it. So today we're just going to stick with the addition side. Finally would be our video of the day. I am not going to play a video today because you're going to do mystery science. So you'll already have the chance to do a little bit of online things and listening to somebody else teach you. All right, that's it for now. Goodbye.